Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys are doing well. I have another paint through video for you guys today. I made a little birthday present for a very dear friend of mine. She has a connection with owls and also with the Norse goddess Idun. And for those who know their Norse mythology, know that goddess Idun is the one who gives the apples to the other gods that bring immortality and youth, which are golden apples. So I thought it would be nice to give her something that kind of combined those two. But today I wanted to talk to you guys about being a self-taught artist versus having gone to art school. I wanted to talk about it because I see in a lot of artist profiles that they're self-taught and kind of see it as something that is maybe looked upon in a better way than having gone to art school, as in, you know, I taught this all myself, I didn't have any help. Well, I thought it would be nice to talk about it because I've had experience with both. I was completely self-taught up until I finished high school and went on to my first art college. I have been drawing seriously since I was 10. It started in elementary school and I had a friend that liked to draw and I would draw along with her, and I just got really competitive with her and I wanted to kind of draw better than her, so I would draw a lot and just, keep improving. But it, I just improved by doing it, I wasn't really trying to learn things or try to look at things in a certain way to see if I could improve my technique or anything. But because I was so serious about it from such a young age and my parents were really supportive, going on to an art education was just a very natural thing for me to pursue in life. Now back then I didn't exactly know what I wanted to do with my career, I just knew I wanted to draw. So up until I went to my first art school, I basically just improved by doing it. I was very active in the art community online, especially on DeviantArt, and I would interact with a lot of different artists and I would look at their art and I guess subconsciously pick up things like several things in anatomy that I was doing wrong, or colors, just being inspired by other people. But I feel like I would never really looked very critically at my artwork. One being because I can't take critique whatsoever. I just can't handle that. And also I was just really young, I guess I didn't really have the thinking capacity to think okay, so what is not working here? What can I do to improve? I just kept on going along and kept making the same mistakes over and over again, I guess. And of course, if I look back on that artwork now, it looks terrible, of course, but just the sheer amount that I was drawing every day, posting new things every day. Just by doing it so much, I could really see improvement with every other drawing that I made. And also what I think is extremely important is that I was drawing what I wanted to draw. No one was telling me what to do, no teachers were telling me what assignments to make, no people were telling me what to do with a commission. It was just pure whatever I wanted to do, and because I had so much fun in doing that, it was very motivating to just keep doing it. So eventually I started getting good at what I was drawing every day. The downside of that is though that I never really challenged myself. Now, for example, I never drew backgrounds because I was bad at it, because I never did it, and but no one really told me that I had to, and I wouldn't challenge myself. So back then I definitely was less of a well-rounded artist because I was really just doing one thing over and over again. But hey, back then I just really was enjoying what I was doing and I never really thought about those things because, I don't know, I didn't really feel the need to. So you can imagine the shock to the system that I got once I finally did go to art school. Now before I continue with telling you guys about my art school experience, I want to mention that all schools are different, and I went to art school in the Netherlands. I went to the Willem de Koning Academy in Rotterdam, and before that I went to het Grafisch Lyceum in Rotterdam, which is more like a lower level college but also focused on art and design. So my expectations of art school were that we would be drawing all day and we would be getting so many classes on how to draw and drawing anatomy and painting, how to paint, how to use different mediums, that kind of stuff. Which seems like a perfectly reasonable expectation of an art school, right? Okay, well, I was wrong, apparently. I think in those 4 years, I had maybe 3 figure drawing classes, no painting classes whatsoever, and we did have drawing lessons, but those weren't really focusing on becoming like better at drawing and in anatomy, other than like trying to create a style. Or I don't know, I kind of felt in those classes, the uglier you drew, the better. Which I guess is more artistic, but that really wasn't what I wanted. I wanted to, do more fantasy related artwork and just improve on my skill. And what I think the art school that I went to was trying to do was kind of break down what you already knew and then build it up again into something new, which I guess is good for some people, but I don't know, I just felt like I wasn't being supported in what I wanted and being pushed into like a mold that the art school wanted their students to be like. And because of that, drawing really wasn't fun for me anymore, and I wouldn't draw as much as I used to, and that really sucked. And I guess anyone who is trying to make their most beloved hobby their job will lose a lot of fun in it. And I guess my art school was just very commercially driven and really wanted the students to make the things that were very like hip and trendy at the moment, which in the art world in Europe is kind of like that cartoony, artsy type of work, which is great if that's what you want to do, but I kind of felt like the students that didn't conform to that weren't supported as much. So me and some other students were just baffled by the lack of like actual lessons we were getting in technique, and we ended up asking like, why don't we get more drawing? And basically they just said, well, if you want to learn more, then you need to do it in your free time. And well, of course you need to also draw in your free time, but why would you go to art school to learn art but you're not getting drawing, so you have to do it in your free time? Like, why would you go to art school then? And honestly, I think that really sucks, because when I look at like art schools in like the States or in England, you really see people focusing on technique and getting better and concept art and comic art, and that's just not here in the Netherlands anymore. I'm sure I sound really negative right now, but I do have some good things to say, because the school that I went to really focused a lot on concept and the meaning behind the artwork you were making, and that is something that I never really thought about before. And that has made my illustrations to be really well thought out. I really sit down and think about it. I sketch a lot beforehand and don't just start and do something, which I would do first. The images I make are more well-rounded, and because I drew a lot of things that I didn't necessarily want to draw, I did get better at them, so I can make more complete images. But I guess the moral of the story is that even though I went to art school, I pretty much ended up teaching myself everything that is technique related, so so even though I did learn a lot of very valuable things at art school, I do kind of feel like I wasted a lot of time as well, and I'm really bummed out about that, especially on spending time trying to conform to what the teachers wanted us to do. And I really just wish I was more stubborn and really stuck to my guns and really pursued what I wanted to do. And I really can't blame the art school for that, because if I wanted to do something, I should have just done it. But I do feel like I wasn't really supported. So I ended up getting an internship with 2 painters who were really skilled, and I did learn a lot from that, and I'm so thankful that I was able to learn from them. I just wish I got that at school, So if anyone is contemplating going to art school and they're not sure if it's worth it, I definitely say it's worth it, because you do learn a lot of things that you otherwise really wouldn't learn on your own, and you get to know a lot of different people, and we all know that networking is extremely important in this business. So I would say if you have the means, definitely go for it. What I would recommend is, try to really think of what you want to get out of it, and really double check to see if that school caters to those needs. And I think that's where I went wrong. I didn't have a very set focus of what I wanted to do. I knew in the back of my mind what I wanted to do, but I didn't focus on that during my studies. And so now that I have the breathing space to do it, I am trying to find that focus back. Which honestly feels like educating myself all over again. So what do you guys think sounds better, art school or just teaching yourself? You guys tell me. Well, thank you guys for watching again. I hope you enjoyed this video. If there's any topics you would like me to talk about in future videos, please let me know. And don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye!